Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is Choma of Choma Stitches, and today we are going to be making a V neckline bubu dress with patches of Ankara and Asoke for the neckline. And so if you're like me and you don't throw away fabrics, you'll be like, this one is fine, this one is this one is that, I will keep it. Well, today is your lucky day. Today we are going to make use of all of them. Okay, that is the purpose of this class, so that you know how to use the fabrics that you have leftovers, that you do not have to throw away. Because I have a problem with throwing away fabrics. Like, once I see that the design is beautiful, or the whatever, like the fabric is a good fabric and I can't just take it out, like I find it difficult to throw it out. And so today I'm going to show you guys how you can combine all of those fabrics with the popping of colors and everything to give you something you can actually wear. Something you can wear. It is so beautiful, although it's time consuming, so you have to be patient combining them. Look at how I am combining them. You have to combine it length by length. You get like width by width. Find fabrics that match in length, the ones you know you can combine by length, and you join them together. And you have to do it neatly, and as you are joining it, you are weaving, so you have to give a neat work. And at the end of the day, you are going to be ironing all the pieces before you have to rejoin them again together. So this is it after I finished piecing them together, and I already folded it. I'm going to open it up again and show us how it looks after joining it together. And by the way, I made so many of these. I had too many leftover fabrics left, so I made too many of these, and I already used a part of it to make a two-piece, and that's the two-piece you see there. You can also check it out. The sewing tutorial of both the trouser and the crop top is available on this channel. So that is the part of it, and this is the leftover fabric that I'm going to be using for this bubu dress. I also have this beautiful 6-piece dress on this channel, and I use some of the pieces from this to make it. Do well to check them out, link in description below. If you have watched the previous video, you will see how we had joined the pieces together. Look at all of these pieces, the way we joined it together and made it neat. But towards the end, because I want to have a very long bubu dress, I got lazy and I didn't bother double stitching on these ones to conceal the sewing allowance. So for these ones, I'm going to be weaving them, just these two joining. Okay, just at these two levels that I decided to get lazy and not join them. And so this is the part we are going to be using for the collar and the front design. And so guys, you're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining our channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you get notified whenever we drop a new sewing tutorial. You'll definitely like it here. I want to welcome all the new subscribers who have joined the family. You guys are welcome. It's so good to have you. And for those of you who take out time to leave comments in the comment section, I appreciate it very much. And for my day one guys, thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate all of you. So let's get straight into the cutting process. Let me open up this and show us what I have. So when it is on fold, it is about 58.5 inches. I'll be needing like 1 inch for hemming it at the down, and half an inch to join the shoulder. So I have exactly what I need. Okay, that is what I had to. That's why I added these ones. It was well calculated before I added this. So you can just piece out fabrics you have. You can see that I have so many fabrics in one piece, and they all come in different lengths and sizes, like in different dimensions. At the end of the day, you're just going to measure, iron them neatly, so that when you are adding extra or joining them, it will align. Look at how this one goes from this direction all the way to like this, and then this one comes this way, like they are both opposite piece of each other. Look at this and this. Okay, it was all intentional. So you just piece out your fabrics, whatever quantity of fabric you have left. However, you can join them to get maybe a square or a triangle. However, you're going to piece them together to get exactly what you're looking for. Just go ahead and do it, and do a neat work and iron it neatly, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, so I already folded it in half in this direction, okay, with the full length. Now I'm going to be folding it in half again to get so that the both front and back will be on fold together. Okay, so I folded it neatly, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the measurements. For the neckline, I am using 2.8 inches. I don't want it to be really wide on the neckline. That's for the width. For the depth for the front, I am going to use 10 inches. And then for the depth for the back, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. And I'm going to curve this 1 inch. Now, because of the way I folded it, you have the back piece at the under and the front piece on the top. Okay, so that way you can cut it separately, but while they are still together. I hope that makes sense. And then for this front piece, at this 10 inches, I'm going to go in by 1 inch. and then I'm going to connect this. Because we are cutting this bubu dress with the sleeve inclusive, you can decide how wide you want it or how long you want your sleeve to be. Just add the sleeve length you want to your shoulder measurement and you will know the width you are going to use for the dress. Okay, so I'm using a total of 21.5 inches here. That's what I have. I'm using everything I have here. Okay, from the end here I'll come down by 1 inch. This for my shoulder slope, and I'm going to connect it. I'm just going to pin this together so that when I'm moving it around, it will not shake and miss position. And then from here, I'm going to come down to 10 inches for my sleeve opening. So let me just say 9.5 inches. So I'm using 9.5 inches for the sleeve opening. And then I'm going to come in to say 4 inches or 3.5. And from here, I'm going to measure from to my hip measurement. To shoulder to my hip is 25 inches. And because I want to use the whole of the width I have here for this bubu dress, I am going to, from this armhole, I'm going to make a curve around the armhole, and then I'll connect it to the hip length. Okay, so just go ahead, and this is what I have. So I'm using all these pins to keep it together so that when I cut it, it will stay in place. And now, towards the down part, I want to make it a bit smaller than the top. Okay, just a little bit different. Okay, now since we have around the hip to be 21 inches, we have 21 inches, 21.5 inches around the hip area. I'm just going to come here and reduce it. As you can see, towards the hem, the fabric I added is a bit shorter in width. You can see that there's a bit of a curve here. So I'm just going to see if I can reduce it more or leave it like that. So I have like 19.5 inches here. When I was adding the last 2 layers of fabric that were added to extend the length of this bubu dress, since we are using patchwork, I simply just added the quantity of fabric I had left, not minding if it was wide enough to get to the actual width of the one that was already there. So now I'll just reduce it by 0.5 inches. So from this hip area, you're just going to go ahead and connect it to the 19 inches. But of course, you can use the same width for both the hip line and all the way to the hem. Okay, you can use the same measurement. You may not have to do any curving or reduce it. So this is completely optional. You can decide to use the same length all the way, or reduce it, or curve it, or even come down even more to give it a more pronounced curvy shape. It is your choice. So I'm just going to cut out this place. So I'm going to cut out the back piece first, because the back is 1 inch, and I can cut the back and the front together on this part. And then I'll cut out the front piece alone. And then I'll cut the shoulder slope together. And then I'm going to move it up and cut out this place. So this is what we have. I'm going to be opening up this pattern now. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and join the shoulders. I'm just going to go ahead and sew the shoulders with 1/2 inch. I've joined the shoulders. I'm now going to open it up. Okay, so this is the neckline. So I'm going to measure this neckline round. So starting from here, I'm going to measure from here this way. So I have 25.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting out a long robe that's about 27.5 inches or more. 27.5 inches. I'm going to add an extra 2 inches to it, and then I'm going to make it 4 inches in width that I'm going to be adding here. And I'll be using this Asoke for it, and I'll also be using an Asoke to design the front for the front design. Now this is what I have. This Asoke I have here, I folded this one in half, okay, and ironed it. So what I have here is about 8.5 inches. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut the 8.5 inches in half, and I will join it side by side the way you join an asoke. So I go up by 3 inches like this, come down this way by 3 inches and connect it. So now I'm going to cut out this place. I'm just going to cut it, leaving like 1/4 of an inch on the side. Okay, so this place I am going to iron here down like this. So I'm going to go ahead and join here and iron this place down, and also iron down the sides of it that I'm going to be putting underneath like this. Okay, and then I'll also cut out the long rope I need here, 27.5 inches. So I'm going to measure this. And then this place that is left, I am going to fold it in half. Now if you fold it in half, it is more than the 2 inches I need, because what I need is a total of 4 inches. So I'm just going to measure the 4 inches. And then this place, I'm going to be folding it in half like this when I use it. So I'm going to set this one aside. Let me go and prepare this one. Let me go and join it and then fold in the sides. Also, you can just use your matchstick or your lighter and just burn part of this so that it doesn't keep fraying. I've joined the asoke and folded in the side, the one I want to give this side design, and to keep it down I use the hemming gun to hold it down. So you see how I folded it in all around, okay, to keep it neat, because it's going to be coming here. It's going to be coming here. So for this one, I'm going to first go ahead and join this. So I'm going to start from one end. Since I added extra allowance, I'm going to just sew it from here all the way like this, all the way to this part. I'm just going to go ahead and sew it now. Alright, so here I've gone ahead to sew it. As you can see, I've sewn the neckline and this is how it looks. And when sewing it, I came down by half an inch from where we marked the neckline, as you can see. So look at it from the back. So we sewed from here, this is the neckline, and we came down by half an inch. So what I'm going to do now is make a cut. Okay, I'm going to make a slanted cut from this joining all the way to the half-inch extension that I sewed. Okay, so you cut it slanted like a triangle. And then I'll cut it this direction as well. So this is what I have. I've cut it open in this direction. Look at it. So this is the sewing, and this is where we cut it open. So what I'm going to do now is turn this inside out. And I'm going to bring one of this way and bring the other one this way. Now we are going to join this together and sew it. I'm going to place it right at the cut there, and I'm going to sew all the way to this other cut. So I'm just going to take out this excess because this other side is longer than the other one. So when you are weaving, you're going to weave here like this as well. So this is what we have. So I'm going to turn it the other way to the right side now. So when you turn it to the right side, this is what you get at this point. So I can top stitch here to keep it in place. So on the right side, I am going to top stitch it. Okay, so this is what I have. Look. So now I'm going to place this other one on top of it, directly on top of the place where I just top stitched it, and I'll place it in the center. So I had to fold it in half first and then place it at the center, pin it all around before I'll go ahead and sew. Look at how neatly sewn it is. This is what we have. Let me turn it inside out. And this is it from the wrong side. This is the part I said you're going to go ahead and weave because it's rough, okay? And weave the neckline as well, weave the shoulder and every other wrong part. And this is the seam line, as you can see. Now I'm going to go ahead and hem the sleeves. Afterwards, I'm going to take it back to the table for a better view. Okay, so I've gone ahead to hem the sleeve. So I'm going to be joining the sides now. Just go ahead and fold it, bring it down. Okay, so I have to go ahead and join the sides and then hem the end. If you're watching my tutorial at this point and you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like this video, do well to also share it to your friends and to anybody who might need this tutorial. I'll appreciate that very much. So I'm going to go ahead and join it, and then I'll try this on and I'll show us how it looks. Don't forget to hem it and also weave any part of the dress that is having any rough edges, okay? And this beautiful outfit will be ready. So if you would like to add the same Asoke on the sleeve, you can also do that, but I just didn't do it. I don't want to. Okay guys, so I finished joining the sides. I tried it on and it felt like this bubu dress needs a pocket. I don't know how I didn't remember to add a pocket. I'm usually the one that preaches pocket for bubu dresses because it helps with the carriage and the way you style it. So I kind of forgot, obviously, to add a pocket to my own bubu dress. And so here it goes. So I've brought out the fabric I'm going to be using for the pocket, and I've taken the measurement where I want the pocket to be. From the armhole, I came down to like 6.5 inches. And then I wrote like 9 inches, and I have opened up the seam line on this 9 inches, as you can see. I folded my fabric into 4 because I like to cut all of the pieces together. I'm just going to go ahead and roll it. I want the pocket to be deep so that I can play with it, you know. So from here, I'm just going to basically, you choose whatever measurement you need for your pocket, okay? What I have here is like 8.8 inches, and for the depth of the pocket I am marking out like 9 inches, okay? So I'm going to cut this up to here. I don't know if I can get the same pattern if I roll it all the way with my hand. So instead, the trick I like to use is I'm going to cut it all from here to this side, and then I will use the half to cut the other half. So now I can use this half to cut the other half, just lay it together and follow the pattern. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take each one like this and start pinning it from where I marked it. After which I will turn it this way and I'll pin this other side. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew this, and this is it, and sew here. So now that I've attached it, just go ahead and sew from here. First of all, I had to open up the pocket and then iron it facing opposite directions so that it will not be difficult to iron it after I was done sewing. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew it from the place where I started all the way to where we stopped opening it up from. See you guys in my next sewing tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and also like this video. You can follow us on all our social media platforms at Chioma Stitches on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and of course TikTok. Bye bye.